What's up, guys? This is FX Major, your mentor, with another banger. Okay, so on this video, guys, I'm gonna show you exactly how to approach the market. Yesterday, we spoke about how to grow a small account into being a huge account. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. Go check it out today and now. Okay, so today we will be talking about the approach to the market. So this is how we managed to grow a small account yesterday, understanding principles, price action, and how to effectively apply SMC. Remember, guys, that I'm sharing all of this information completely for free. I would really appreciate if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell to get notified each time we upload. So do make sure to watch the video until the end. FX Major, your mentor. Let's dive in. And so welcome back to the channel. I will show you waste the time, guys. From the thumbnail, you have seen that we will be focusing on approach to the market, how to effectively approach to the market. So guys, this is a place where future billionaires come to learn and get inspired. So without wasting any further time, let's jump into these three pairs which I've just mentioned, which is NZD USD, AUD JPY, and gold, which is XAU USD. So I'll be teaching you more how to approach the market and how to effectively analyze the chart. So on this video, guys, do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to get updated each time we upload new videos. Okay, so as you know, we always start from a daily time frame, going forth to 4 hour, then from 4 hour to lower time frames, which is either 1 minute or 30 minutes, 1 hour or 30 minutes. So since we on a daily time frame, I will use the strategy which we shared with you lastly on zoning to areas, zone in areas. So on this strategy, remember, guys, that we once told you that we do not focus on previous market structure, but rather focus on current market structure, which is mainly respected and highly respected by previous market structure. Okay, so since we have highlighted our zones, this is now when we'll start putting our trend lines to see how the market has been ranging in a certain period of time, which possibly is a huge help in knowing market direction. So since now we analyze the market, guys, make sure to go with us. Make sure to stick tuned on this video and watch this video until the end to get fully educated on what we're trying to do or show you here, guys. So as FX Major, your mentor, I try my best to make sure that I catalyze these strategies. I simply put the strategies in an alphabetical order for you guys to choose on which strategy works for you, which strategy works best for you. So seeing that the market has been ranging in this type of formation, we can now tell that the market has been ranging in a downtrending structure, which we call a bearish movement or a bearish structure. With that being said, we can also see and anticipate that the market has been moving in our zones, as we have seen here at this point. The market decided to start moving in our zone. Therefore, this is now when we can tell that the market will be ranging in this type of formation, possibly a sideways action for a minimum or a maximum of a time allocated on the chart. So I'd say that since I'm looking at this channel, which is a sideways action or a sideways channel within our horizontal support and horizontal resistance, I can say that the market will be ranging in this type of formation for possibly a month or two. Reason being that I would have told or anticipated with the touches here, which is the first touch, second touch, and possibly waiting for the third touch at this roundabout time here. So as you also see here, we have the first touch, possible second touch at this point here, then a possible move to the upside before coming to the downside. But again guys, the market has its own movement. It might come at this certain point here, try to go here before shooting to the upside, but that's not what we're currently seeing here. So let's move into analyzing the chart. Okay, let me quickly do what I did previously, which is to highlight my zones. Okay, so with market approach, we can see that the market has been ranging in a downtrending structure, a downtrending channel. So we can now tell that the market has been moving in a downtrending channel. Therefore, we are expecting more selling opportunities from NZD USD. But however, looking at the market, we can see that we have trends inside trends. Therefore, this overall trend here has its own trend inside it. So possibly we might be having other trends inside this trend, which we have on an overall trend. Okay, so here guys, I can see that there's not much movement taking place, but however, I can see that we have a bit of a head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders, which is our biggest approach to the market, because whenever you start analyzing, we have to see patterns, you have to see chart patterns in order for you to approach the market effectively. So as I see here, I see this as an inverse head and shoulder, as an inverse head and shoulder at this point here, which gives us the head here, which gives us the left shoulder here, possibly going to this point here. Okay, so since we see now that we have an inverse head and shoulder, this is what we might be seeing from the market. But however, this is not fully the approach to the market, as we have to analyze deeper into seeing what the market is trying to do. As we can see at this point here, instead of it just being a right shoulder and shooting to the upside, it decided to reverse at this point here. So while reversing at this point here, we can notice and see that it impulsed to the downside with huge candlestick. So probably I'd say that this was a manipulation, however, or fundamentals like NFP or CPI, but this one seems like NFP. Yeah, it's NFP, as it happened on the 3rd of February 2023, which was on Friday. As you also know that we always have NFP at the beginning of a new month, at the last week on the beginning of a new month. So this is what I'm seeing here in a manipulation to the downside. However, we are not much affected by this impact which happened here. So rather, let's jump in and see what the market has been trying to do, and that's when we can now see, or rather tell, that this is what the market is trying to actually give us or show us. So without removing this, let me jump into a huge time frame, a larger time frame, which is a 4-hour time frame. Wow. Okay, so here I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing something. Rather having an inverse head and shoulder, we have a nice movement to the side. Therefore, I can tell and say that the market will continually go to the upside, or rather will go to the upside and shoot to the upside. Let me remove this and show you. Okay, so at this point here, we can see that the market is ranging in this type of channel. The market has been ranging in this type of channel. Therefore, we can now tell that after this break of market structure here, we experienced a retest, possibly a retest at this point here or level here, before continuing to the upside and starting to create a sideways action. So since we are done with previously analyzing or previous analysis, let's jump into current analysis, current market structure, to actually see how the manipulations are going, or to actually see how this trade is moving. So I'd say that at this point here, we are actually seeing a bit of movement, because I can see that from here we had this here. So I'm seeing a structure inside our sideways action. Well, on the structure, I can see clearly what the market is trying to actually do. So as you've seen, guys, that at this point, this is our respective zone, and also this is our respective zone, which is our diagonal supporting trend line. This henceforth is our diagonal resisting trend line. So with this market, I can see that the market is trying to actually change direction and go to the upside. But another thing that I'm seeing here, it's this here. It's this here. What I am seeing is this here, which goes with this here. So I can see that applying the SMC strategy, we can highly see that the market will shoot to the upside, as we have confirmation from the bottom, from our support, telling us that the market will shoot to the upside. And also, as you can see from this angle here, we have trend line inside a trend line, a trend line inside a trend line. So looking at this, I can see that we broke this trend line with an impulse to the downside and no retest at that certain point. So I can say that this market will give us impulses whenever we trade this market. It will give us impulses because it has a lot of manipulations. However, with this strategy, you can see that those manipulations which happen at that certain time will not affect us in any way, because we have the SMC strategy. We have the FX major strategy. Okay, so looking at this, I can see also that we have a trend at this point here. Which goes hand in hand with possibly, we have a trend at this point here. Okay, so now we have to find the direction of the market. This is how to approach the market, guys. On our previous video, we were just sharing our strategies, but this is the depth of analyzing the market. This is the secret actually of analyzing the market, because whenever you view a chart, you always see that I don't see this chart clearly, I do not see where the market is going and stuff like that. So on this video, this is what we're trying to show you, this is what we're trying to teach you, how to approach the market. So as you see here, we have this bit of sideways action inside a sideways action and a trend line inside a trend line of its overall trend line. We can say that since we now see that the market, or know that the market has to move to the upside from a daily time frame and a 4-hour time frame, and diving deeper, we can see that the market is trying to give us a sideways action. However, we are not that much certain on whether the market is actually trying to go up or down. Hence why we try to analyze and see how the market is trying to range in this certain time. Okay, so after seeing this double bottom here, I'd say that we'll take this market to the upside, possibly break, retest, before continuing to the upside, and breaking this level, then continue to the upside. This is what I'm seeing. But most of you might say that this is a sideways flag or a bearish flag, meaning that you might be expecting a move to the downside. Remember guys, using these zones here, we cater for touches before analyzing, before taking any trade. We cater for touches, then from those touches we can now say that the market is either buying or selling. But however, since we see that the market hasn't broken this structure, which we have, and hasn't broken this structure yet, that's when we can say that the market is actually going for buys. Then the market is actually going for buys, as it has not broken any zone. Okay, so for my trades, I'd enter my trade right about here now, seeing that the market has to go up, since we saw from the double the double bottom at our shoulders, which we have a head and shoulder representing a double bottom entry point. So with that being said, I'll take my trade at this point here before moving to the upside. Reason being that I can see this zone here. I can see this zone here as a possible entry point at this zone here before shooting to the upside. But however, let's jump into 1 hour time frame and see what we actually seeing on let's see on 4 hour first before. Okay, so on 4 hour we can see that the market is actually going to the upside, irrespectful to this overall trend line which we have here. Therefore we have to break to the upside before continuing with any movement. So this is what I'm actually seeing on NZD USD. So let's look on to 1 hour time frame and see what we're actually looking at on NZD USD. Exactly. We have this structure here, which is a confirmation of a double bottom. Let me take this trade actually. we have a double bottom on this certain point here, which is a high confirmation that we are actually looking for buy momentum. Okay, so on NZD USD, we can see that we are actually looking for buy momentum or buy trade. As you can see from this level here, we have a double bottom here, which created a huge confirmation that we're going to the upside, and also we're having a bit of correction here before shooting to the upside. So this is what I'm actually seeing on NZD USD. I think this will be enough. Maybe let's perform a trade on NZD USD and see how the market will actually move for us, because this is what I'm seeing, which is the beautiful trade, which is a beautiful trade. This is what I'm actually seeing and looking at on NZD USD. So the market has to push to the upside, guys, before doing anything. It has to push to the upside and give us those buy trades. So this is what I'm actually looking at on NZD USD. Okay, so jumping forth to AUD USD. It seems like NZD USD and AUD JPY is trying to trick us here, but however, that's not what we fear. We know what we can do with analyzing. Okay, so as I jump into AUD JPY on a daily time frame, I can see this point here as a level or a trend line which we have to respect highly. Reason being that it shows to us how the market has been ranging at a certain period or a certain time. So this is what I'm seeing on AUD JPY, and this is what I'm actually noticing on AUD JPY. So on AUD JPY, I can see a lot of market movement. I can see a lot of things taking place or things happening as a confirmation of this double bottom here, this bottom here, and a bottom here, double bottom here. So I can see that the market is respecting double bottoms rather than having double tops. So I can tell that the market is actually respecting chart pattern. However, let's jump deeper and see what the market is trying to actually do. So jumping forth to 4 hour, I can see clearly now that the market is actually respecting double bottoms. Wow. This here. Okay, so seeing that the market has been ranging in a downtrending structure, we can see that the market broke actually this structure here which we had here. It never broke it that much as it created a new channel. Okay, so here we can see that the market never broke, or it did break the channel here and created double bottom before going to the upside. Okay, so since we can see that the market broke this channel and created a double bottom with continuation to the upside, we can tell and see that the market has been ranging in a downtrending structure. Therefore, we can see that the market had more selling opportunities rather than buying opportunities, as we can see from this downfall candlestick here which we had. Wow, this is what I like to trade. Okay, so seeing this and looking at this, I'd say that the market is actually going for buys. However, that's not what I am giving out as yet, because we haven't analyzed the market. So jumping forth and analyzing the market, I can see this level here as a respected level, as the market respected and rejected at this level, taking it to the downside, and also here trying to actually respect that level. Okay, so also I can see that the market actually had another channel inside the broken channel, or inside that retest, which is the retest which we had on the breakout of this market structure, of the overall market structure. We had a breakout at this point here, returning back to the upside and giving us a double bottom for high confirmation to the upside. So what's actually holding us here is what we currently see at this point here, which is this point here of rejection. So I'd say that the market is actually trying to reject at this point here, reason being that we have a zone here which we placed, which is a highly respected zone. However, let's jump and see what the market is trying to actually do or give us. So at this point here, I can see that the market broke this structure which we had and continued to the upside. However, I can see that at this point here, we might be looking for our selling opportunities. But seeing that the market is trying to do this, or to give us this type of channel, simply putting this into action, I'll trade my trades from this channel here, or from this zone here, just putting my stop loss just above and taking my trade to the downside. This is how to effectively approach the market, guys. This is how to effectively approach the market. Jumping for 1 hour, let's see what 1 hour has before taking. Yeah, this is what I'm actually seeing. Wow, this is live trading, guys. Live trading. Let me take more trades on AUD JPY. think this is the last trade I'm going to enter. AUD JPY. Okay, another thing that I'm seeing here is this movement or the market condition here, which we have, which might represent a head and shoulder. Before shooting to the downside. So this is what I'm actually seeing on AUD JPY. So since this is what we actually see on AUD JPY, let's jump into the last trade, which is XAU USD. Okay, so on gold, I see a bit of high confirmation on the zones, because I can see that the zones are being respected highly as the market moves in a way that it respects the zones. So as you can see, we have this zone here which got respected. We have this first zone. We have this zone here which got respected. We have this zone here which got respected, which is coming to being respected by this current market structure or condition. Zone being respected, and this zone also being respected by this one. The reason being that we're not highlighting these zones here is because those are manipulation areas where there was manipulation. So as I've also said before, that we do not much focus on previous market structure, but rather focus on current market structure to see how the market is actually ranging or moving. Okay, so since we're looking at this here, I can see that we're expecting much more momentum and move to the downside as the market broke this structure here. The structure which we had, and looking at previous market structure, we can see that the reason being that we have the current market structure is because of this breakout on this structure which we had previously. Okay, so since focusing on current market structure, we can see that we have a bit of movement to the upside and a retest at this point here before continuing to the downside. So moving forward for our time frame, this is what I'm actually seeing. We had a bit of retest at this point here, a bit of retest at this point here. After that retest, that's when you had a move to the downside, which is the trade we took, I think yesterday or the day before. Yeah, this is the trade we took either yesterday or the day before. So since we saw that this is a highly respected area and this also is a highly respected area, that's what gave us confirmation for a move to the downside, and we henceforth held this trade until it came here. But we're actually anticipating for it to come to this point here at around about a week or so. So this is what's happening on gold. So this is the trade we took, guys. This is the trade we took on the VIP groups. This is the signal I sent on the VIP groups and people ate from it. So make sure, guys, that you subscribe to our VIP group or VIP channel to also be milking with us. Okay, so looking at this, I saw that I have high confirmations of a retest of a channel to this point here before going to the downside. As you know, guys, whenever we have this bullish movement or bullish channel, we have to break to the downside. So that's where my confirmation came from, that we have this bullish channel. And at this point, I knew that the market is trying to retest. That's why I placed my stop loss just above here and held the trade. Then that's when we moved with the trade to this point here. And also another thing that I'm seeing a bit of correction to the upside, at this point here. Before continuing to the upside. Okay, so this is all for me, guys. FX Major, your mentor. Make sure to like, subscribe to our channel to get updated whenever we upload new videos. Till we meet again.